Hello, everybody, and welcome to WXOU Sports' presentation of Oakland University men's basketball. Here on the blacktop tonight, it is senior night as the Golden Grizzlies take on top of the Horizon League, Cleveland State. For WXOU Sports, my name is Giovanni Moceri, alongside Justin Sheppeard for the final regular season game here on the blacktop. And Justin, this Cleveland State team, by the numbers, is a little bit tough to figure out, but the biggest trademark that they've had this season is the #1 defense. Tell us a little bit about Cleveland State and what can we expect to see from the Vikings tonight?
Yeah, so Cleveland State, like you just said, #1 defense, scoring defense actually, right? So getting out in transition is going to be key for Oakland, right? Getting key baskets in the open, getting quality and easy looks. You can't come down, get set. You know, Cleveland State's going to look up this and in that nice, tight man-to-man that they love to go to. It's so compact that it disguises up like as a zone, but it's really a man coverage. And when you're able to get out in transition and just get those easy baskets, you know, when they miss and stuff like that, the game's just going to come naturally easy. You know, it takes quality looks.
And it's going to be a tough matchup for the Golden Grizzlies when facing that Cleveland State defense. Taking a look at some of the numbers in comparison, Oakland is the 10th ranked offense in the Horizon League at 68.4 points per game. But Cleveland State, they hold teams to 65.3 points. That's the #1 mark in the Horizon League.
Right.
But when you flip the matchup, Oakland is the #2 defense in the Horizon League by points allowed per game, 70.7. And for the scoring side of things, Cleveland State about middle of the pack at 7th place in the Horizon League. They score 73.3 points per game. So it's going to be an interesting matchup here. My expectation is going to be a little bit more of a scoring game. It would surprise me if this game got into the 70s in regulation. But it's going to be a tough matchup for the Golden Grizzlies. But let's shift gears here to talk about the Senior Day festivities here. Before the game, they celebrated the 3 seniors graduating this year in Malcolm Christie, Jason Woodridge, and DQ Cole. 3 of some of the sharpshooters for this Golden Grizzlies team, and they always have a great celebration before and after the games. It's a trademark of Greg Campy's program.
Yeah, and it's, you know, congratulations to the seniors. You know, they've worked hard, you know, at their previous institutions and even here for Oakland, you know, giving us some great moments here, especially DQ Cole. You know, last year's performance with University of Kentucky in the tournament, you know, it's one of one, you know, and as a small school like ours, you know, we don't get to witness many of these tournament experiences, but when we do, we have to really appreciate them for what they really are. And, you know, we're just thankful for the opportunities that these seniors brought to this team. Offensively, they're great. They're a great trio together. May not look like it at times, but, you know, when they get hot, you know, as we saw with Malcolm Christie at Little Caesars Arena, he just got hot. That's right. You know, so, you know, we have instances of this team when they click and they get hot really quick.
But unfortunately, with that hotness, with that heat, comes ice cold scoring droughts that we see many times in the Golden Grizzlies throughout the season. It's been a struggle for them, and no tougher opponent to have that against than Cleveland State. Let's go through some of the rest of the numbers here for the Cleveland State Vikings. As mentioned, the #7 offense in the Horizon League, the #1 defense, middle of the pack for the three-point shooting, 33.2%. They allow their opponents, also about middle of the pack, about 33%. The rebounding side of things, 34.5 is 7th place in the Horizon League, but offensive rebounds is where they are tied with Oakland at 12.5 offensive rebounds per game. Oakland at the same mark as well. Going to the Oakland side of things, as mentioned, 10th offense, #2 defense. Last place in three-point shooting, 28.9% for their season. Despite the talent that they have in the recruiting side of things, the three-point shooting has just not been there. And if it has, you can imagine this Golden Grizzlies team would have been locked up for the #4 spot going into a game like today. But unfortunately, that is not the case. What is also unfortunate is that they allowed their opponents the best three-point shooting throughout the Horizon League. They allowed 36.7% from deep to their opponents. Down to the rebounding side, 35 is 6th place in the Horizon League, rebounds per game in total, and as mentioned, tied for 2nd place with 12.5 offensive rebounds per game. So this is set up to be a very tough, very physical matchup between the Golden Grizzlies and the Vikings. And as we have the national anthem coming up here, we will step aside and honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Between the Cleveland State Vikings and your Oakland Golden Grizzlies. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask you to please stand if able and remove your hats as we honor America and those who support our freedom at home and abroad. Now, please feel free to join in the singing of our national anthem, performed today by OU student Sam Kessick.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Sam Kessick. Thank you, Sam. Fantastic, as always.
No better in the nation than Sam Kessick to honor the Stars and Stripes. Singing all over the nation. I saw recently she sang at a recent monster truck rally, so she is belting the Star-Spangled Banner everywhere she goes. A wonderful job. As the starting lineups are being announced, we'll continue with our pregame festivities here on WXOU Sports. We want to remind you to subscribe to WXOU Sports for coverage of the Oakland Golden Grizzlies live here in the arena and upcoming with the baseball and softball season as well. So be sure to subscribe here on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram at WXOU Radio. Follow us on Twitter at simply WXOU, and you can find us on TikTok as well. Getting back to the matchup here. Take a look at the last matchup that we had between these two teams. We'll be going back through many of the past matchups. We'll go back to the most recent one earlier, December 19th. This past season, one of the 3 early Horizon League games that they play in the month of December did not go well for the Golden Grizzlies. A big loss with a final score of, excuse me, I'm looking through my notes here. 92-75 was the final score between the Golden Grizzlies and the Cleveland State Vikings. It was part of that 5 games and 10-day stretch that they had near Christmas time. They played on the 17th against Michigan State, then quickly 2 days later at Cleveland State, then making that ride over for the Diamond Head Classic in Hawaii. So that was game 2 of that tough stretch, 92-75. DQ Cole scored 22 points in that game. Alan Mukeba was 10 points and 12 rebounds. And Malcolm Christie was 5 of 12 from deep, good for 19 points. To the Cleveland State side of that game, their victory over the Golden Grizzlies. Traven Smith had 37 points in that game. And you had Taj Staveski, 20 points, and Dylan Arnett with 9 points and 11 rebounds in that game against the Golden Grizzlies. That was part of their 11-game Horizon League win streak that vaulted them to the top of the Horizon League standings, one that they have held on to for much of the season. Now, it has gotten closer in the most recent weeks. Cleveland State is 1-2 in their last 3 games, getting Robert Morris and Youngstown State a lot closer to that top 4, to that number 1 spot. And Purdue Fort Wayne's win over the Golden Grizzlies on Friday, also making that a tight race as well. But so far, Cleveland State is still in the lead in the Horizon League, on their way to a regular season championship if all goes well for them.
Yeah, it's bittersweet, you know, because last year at the same time, you know, we were sitting at, you know.
I know. It's like it should. You feel like it should be us. You know, you reminisce, especially here on senior night, all the memories coming back.
Exactly.
From, you know, I remember being there in person, front row in the student section. The last regular season game, it was against Detroit Mercy.
Yeah.
The win locked up the regular season championship.
Yes.
It was such a great night, and unfortunately that not being the case for this season. But the Golden Grizzlies are still in the race for that top 4 spot. The number 4 spot is most likely what they're going to end up getting. A couple weeks ago, it was about a 6% chance that they'd be able to do so. But all you need is the top 4.
Exactly.
Each winner of the Horizon League in the tournament that has gone on to the NCAA tournament has come from that top 4 spot because of that home game and first round bye. Oakland, it's a long shot, but still a shot worth taking and a shot worth betting on as well. Although it's really competitive in that top half of the league, Justin.
Yeah, it's extremely competitive. When you look at the numbers, you know, Cleveland State, just the standings versus where Oakland is in terms of where they are in the Horizon League. This year is just really, really strong. And, you know, they just got to continue to play their game. We already know what Campy loves to do. He loves that great zone defense that nobody can break. Just continue to work together as a team, not get sped up offensively, defensively stay what works. And I believe that, you know, like you were saying earlier, that the game is going to be a low-scoring game, right? You know, we estimate that it's going to be a low-scoring game just based off where these two teams stand defensively. And I hope that to be the case. Hope it's a great matchup all the way down to the wire.
Listen, no matter what flavor of basketball you get, it's still going to be a competitive game, and you know that both these teams are wanting to do battle. And let's highlight Jason Woodridge here, the transfer in his graduate year. He's being honored tonight on senior night, getting to play in the blacktop for the last time in the regular season against his former team. Many of those teammates still on the team this year, you know, especially Dylan Arnett, one of their star players, who's meeting Alu Mukeba in the middle for the tip-off. Like, there's going to be a lot of familiarity there, and we're going to look and keep an eye on Jason Woodridge, who, you know, could potentially have a revenge game. Didn't happen last time in Cleveland State, but second chance to get it here on the blacktop.
And Oakland always plays great on the blacktop.
Always
plays great. You know, some days, you know, it may look, you know, iffy, but they always play great for the fans on the blacktop. And that's just the best thing about having a home court advantage. And
the tip is won by the Golden Grizzlies. Alan Mukeba with the first touch. It's now to Neva Larua on the far wing. Over to DQ Cole, still in that right wing. Dump pass underneath to Mukeba, stuttered on it, but still able to get up into the glass. Golden Grizzlies lead 2-0.
Thank you, Maroon.
Coming back now to Cleveland State. It is Deba, one of the top assisters in the Horizon League. Traven Smith now on the close wing. Cleveland State taking their time here. Staveski. Now dumped into Dylan Arnett on the Horizon League logo. Kick out of Staveski. Floater up on the right block, off on the front rim. Mukeba with the rebound.
That's great defense.
DQ Cole hustling down the floor. Dumps off to Christie. Now to Woodridge on the left wing. Comes back to DQ Cole on the Bear logo. Mukeba to the right wing, trying to find Christie in motion. Fakes a pass to him. Really tough defense. Mukeba can't get inside. He starts to drive baseline up and fading away from the basket. His shot is swatted out of bounds.
Yeah, that's just great defense. That's just great defense there. I mean, Mukeba's had the ball at the top of the block. You know, at the top, trying to drive it. He getting stuffed. It was just great, gritty defense.
Yeah, credit to Reese Robinson, 6'8" sophomore, 6'8" freshman rather. Final seconds on the shot clock. Mukeba's shot is blocked by Dylan Arnett for the shot clock violation. And if this is a sample of the flavors we'll be getting of Cleveland State's defense, then this is going to be some strong defense all game long.
For sure.
Both from freshman Reese Robinson, 6'8", 223, matching up against Mukeba. And then Dylan Arnett, 6'9", 240.
You know, it makes him look smaller because, you know, Mukeba is just so strong.
His shoulders look like the basketball.
Yeah, I mean.
But dumping inside, it's Robinson. Gets up and under the glass around Mukeba. 2-2, 18-15 on the first half clock. DQ Cole on the Bear logo. And a foul off the ball.
Vikings foul number 1, Taj Stavesky.
Taj Stavesky called on the foul, the redshirt sophomore from Sandusky, Ohio. It'll be Oakland's inbound on the scoring baseline. DQ over to Christie. Christie fires a corner three, off on the heel. Cleveland State now in a rush. Smith now puts the brakes on over to Deba. Deba finding Robinson at the baseline, fighting against Moceri, up and in again for Reese Robinson.
Reese Robinson.
4-2, Cleveland State leads, 17:55 on the clock. DQ on the Bear logo at the top, guarded by Deba, by Ibrahima Deba, and he gets the steal. Cleveland State back with it in transition. Deba all the way, the right glass is good.
It's just great defense there by Cleveland State. You know, we're seeing the same motion offense that we saw with Jack last year, you know, with for Christie and Woodridge, you know, off ball. Just got to be stronger with the ball so we don't get stripped like that.
And it's a 6-2 Cleveland State lead. The defense not making anything easy for the Golden Grizzlies in the opening possessions. Pass almost swatted away by Arnett. It's in the hands of Moceri. Moceri at the top. Gets bumped from driving in. Arnett with his hands to the air in confusion. Natural reaction.
It's his first.
I want to flash back to last year when these two teams faced off here on the blacktop, specifically to Dylan Arnett. As last year, there was some theatrics going on in the student section. The OU swim team was there literally shaving their heads during free throws. Dylan Arnett, one of the two Vikings to miss free throws due to the haircuts. They called it the Blacktop Barbershop. Now Nassim Mashore into the game with the ball. Pass to the baseline. It's Baru to the top. DQ. DQ step back three. Off on the heel. Rebound by Ibrahima Deba. Deba now to the top, guarded by Baru. Moves around Arnett. Over Stavesky. Takes the shot. Rolling off the rim. Dylan Arnett offensive rebound and put back in. 8-2 Cleveland State. 16.5 on the first half.
You know, defensively we're doing great, right? You know, we're stopping the transition, which is key because they're so effective in that. Oh, good pass by. Oh.
And a bullet pass inside of Baru. He was wide open at the basket, but Arnett getting his hands on it, stripping the ball, deleting the offensive opportunity. Dylan Arnett, 6th in the Horizon League in rebounds per game, 7.4 boards per game. Stavesky at the top. Isaiah Jones on the court playing defense as well. Robinson cut at the baseline. Can't handle it. And he steps out of bounds trying to recover it. Turnover to Oakland.
And it's the media timeout.
15:52 on the first half clock. 8-2 Cleveland State lead. It's been a whole lot of defense from Cleveland State, and we'll get back to action here on WXOU Sports after the timeout. We'll be right back.
It's hosted.
Ooh, Girl Scout cookies.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
Back here at the Blacktop on WXOU Sports. First media timeout. It is 8-2 Cleveland State lead with 15:52 on the first half clock. Justin, this Cleveland State defense is as advertised.
Yeah, I mean, as advertised, it's honestly better than expected, right? You know, a block, stopping Moceri twice, you know, from doing what he does best. He loves the hook shot. You know, they double-teamed him. Was able to get him in the air, bring the defense to corral him, get a block, stopping him up top. Then Jason Woodridge, he's trying to get a 3 off. They strip him. You know, the hands are active. Hands are everywhere. It's just very chaotic right now for Oakland. And they just need a basket desperately just to get the train rolling.
And looking at the numbers, 3 blocks for Dylan Arnett already. It is the first 4 minutes of play, and one of their strongest defenders already putting on a show. A steal into a basket.
For sure. Freshman
Reese Robinson, in addition to Dylan Arnett, really playing great at the, using their size to battle Mukeba and Baru inside.
Yeah.
1 of 6 so far to start for the Golden Grizzlies. On the other side, it's 4 of 6 for Cleveland State on the offensive side of things. As Oakland right away to start a almost 4-minute scoring drought since their first basket to start the game.
A full court press.
DQ finding Allen in the paint. Now up to Isaiah Jones, back to DQ to finally settle into the offensive possession. Nassim Mashur on the Bear logo goes to his right. Into the right corner. Robinson all over him. DQ Cole for 3. Rattles in. DQ Cole.
It's a great 3. That's great patience there by Mashur.
Nassim Mashur, a fantastic freshman addition from Dearborn, Michigan. Playing the guard spot very well for the Golden Grizzlies. Last week, he was Horizon League Freshman of the Week for his 2 games on the road at IU Indy, where he scored an at the time career high 18 points. And then the next Saturday against Detroit Mercy here on the Blacktop, another career high of 24 points.
Yeah.
He's 5 of 7 from 3 in that IU Indy game as well, and then was 1 of 7 against Detroit. That's just how the game shook out. But now an inbound on the scoring baseline for Cleveland State, up and in from Deba immediately to Chase Robinson to score it. It's 10-5. Cleveland State with the lead, 15 minutes in the first half. Mashur guarded by Chase Robinson. He's able to dump it off to DQ. Bounce pass to Baru. Under the basket, he's trapped. Hook shot is good.
That's nice.
Backing up with the left hand for Baru Nabalarua. Closing the gap, 10-7. Cleveland State still with the lead. Deba guarded tightly by Nassim Mashur. Can't be said he's one of their better on-ball defenders, but he gets blown by. Ibrahima Deba going to his left side off the glass, scoring on Nassim Mashur. And then Baru sends it right back under the basket with another left hand.
Yeah. Like I said, what we said early on in the broadcast, getting out in transition is going to be key. Those after-made baskets, just got to go and attack them before they can set in that defense.
Greg Campy over the past few weeks has been trying to increase the pace to try to fine-tune how fast the Golden Grizzlies should play. Firing a 3 for Cleveland State is good for Chase Robinson.
Chase Robinson for 3.
15-9, 13:50 on the first half clock here on WXOU Sports. DQ Cole to Mashur. Right wing, bounce pass to Baru, and he's fouled. And it'll be inbound for the Golden Grizzlies.
We're doing a good job with our pace. I like the pace that we're running with right now. It's not too fast. We're not just, throwing up quick shots. It's pretty slow, but we're taking advantage of what's there and what's being given to us and not, being forced out of our own shots.
Inbound will be performed by Nassim Mashur.
Taking the floor for Oakland, number 1, Jalen Jones.
It'll be Jalen Jones subbing in for DQ Cole. He'll actually take the inbound here over to Mukeba. Mukeba battling down low, backs up and hits it off the right glass. KJ DeBrick on defense there. As Golden Grizzlies are getting all the bodies from Cleveland State put on Mukeba. It's 15-11, 13.5 in the first half. Chase Robinson over to Deba. Back to Chase Robinson, who fires a 3. Off, rebound, Nassim Mashur. Mashur to the top, going to his right, bounce pass to Jalen Jones. Jones back to the top. Over to his right to his brother Isaiah Jones. On the right wing, bounce pass looking for Baru, but it's tapped out of bounds. Hard to see who it was off on. It looks like it was, it's going to be Oakland's ball out of bounds. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Over to Mashore quickly. Now to McCabe at the top. McCabe goes in left side. A little too low off the left glass. Rebound by Ibrahim Adiba. And battling in a loop-de-loop underneath the basket.
Wow.
Jashawn Stevenson with magic under the basket.
Nice little acrobatic finish. My goodness.
17-11, 12 and a half in the first half. Baru on the baseline, scrambled, and he gets fouled on his way up. That'll send Baru to the free throw line. Tevin Smith on the foul. This season, Baru from the free throw line, 65.6%. Making 61 of his 93 taken all season. First one is up. First one rattles in for Baru. That makes it a 17-12 game. 12:27 on the first half clock. Second one coming up for Baru. You got Isaiah Jones and Mukeba hanging back on defense. Second one's good for Baru. That lets the Golden Grizzlies assemble on defense. Chase Robinson to inbound. Ibrahim Adiba nearby. Chase Robinson, Jashawn Stevens, and Reese Robinson on the court right now, along with KJ DeBrick. Faking the three, far side. Out to Reese Robinson at the top. Jalen Jones going for the steal, couldn't grab it. KJ for the elbow jumper, no good. Fighting for the rebound, Golden Grizzlies got it. Isaiah Jones to grasp. Mashore to Isaiah Jones. Going inside, spinning around, up and off the heel. Cooper Craggs fighting for the rebound, couldn't get it as Chase Robinson secures it. And here come the Cleveland State Vikings. They'll pump the brakes. Diba moves around a screen. Down to Chase Robinson, over to Stevenson for three. He's got it. Stepped into that one. Jashawn Stevenson, the freshman from Chicago.
We just got lost on that, right? We just lost the man, just turned his back to the ball, and just gave up a three.
The pass stolen away. And Diba making that an easy transition basket. 22-13, 11-15 in the first half. Dump it to Craggs inside. He's fouled, but no basket. And that'll assemble teams for the 12-minute media timeout. 22-13, a 9-point lead for the Cleveland State Vikings with 11:09 on the first half clock. We'll take a break as well here on WXOU Sports. We'll be right back. Back here on WXOU Sports from the blacktop, it's 22-13. Cleveland State with the 9-point lead, 11:09 on the first half clock. And Justin, we were talking off air for a second. Cleveland State, they got so many big dudes. They're like columns of granite. They don't move.
They don't move at all. And despite the fact that they were only down 9, right? Defensively, we're doing just fine. You know, we're just getting sped up offensively. You know, we're 5 of 12 But it doesn't feel that way because we haven't had many offensive possessions to go and attack the chance to get the chance to score the ball.
Right.
So we get this foul here. Hopefully Cooper knocks down these 2 free throws. It gives us a little momentum. We just had this media timeout. It gives us a break. It gives us a minute to reassess different ways to attack this defense. They're not even playing a zone defense. They're just playing really tight-knit, strong, switching screens on man-to-man defense. And they're just playing collectively as a team.
Yeah, it's very difficult, and we're looking at the roster. Usually teams, they don't often match up against Baru and Mukeba for the Golden Grizzlies, but this Cleveland State squad proven to be very good at it. You got Dylan Arnett, 6'9", 240. Reese Robinson, 6'8", 223. You got KJ DeBrick, 6'9", 239. Second free throw good for Cooper Craggs, but they have the bodies to be able to fight against them, and that's taken away Oakland's biggest strength on offense, forcing them to rely on their guards to make shots. That's been difficult for Oakland to do this season, so that's the correct way to play this Golden Grizzlies team, and it's paying off so far for Cleveland State.
For sure.
Chase Robinson for 3. He buries it.
Chase Robinson for 3.
Chase Robinson, 2 of 3 from deep so far. He leads the Cleveland State. He leads the floor with 8 points. Golden Grizzlies now on offense, down 11, 25-14. Deng Majak over to DQ Cole. DQ pump, fires a 3 and makes it. DQ Cole. Another 3-pointer for the senior. He's 2 of 3 from deep today.
Fans be on the lookout for T-score threes.
Stavesky now on the left wing for Cleveland State. They're passing it around the perimeter. Stavesky fires a 3. Just off on the front, KJ DeBrick with the offensive rebound. Second attempt, can't get it in. Third offensive rebound for Cleveland State. Chase Robinson grabs it into the corner. Now to DeBrick inside against Majak. Size disadvantage here, bullies his way in, but it rolls out the rim. Majak wins the battle on defense. Baru carries it with speed all the way himself, and he's met midair by DeBrick. Block and stays in bounds. Cleveland State now to the other side. Up in the right hand, no good, but Jay-Sean Stevenson was fouled, and he'll go to the line for Cleveland State. Did you get all that?
Wow. Wow. It was a great tag, by Baru. He went in strong. Just a great contest by Cleveland State. Deep, like we were just saying, all cast, #1 defense. It's really going to be hard to score against these tall, strong guys. We know that Baru likes to score. He likes to drive. Mukeba likes to drive. They're trying to get these people out of position to score differently. And it's honestly been hard for Oakland to score.
It has, and not only has it been difficult for just one of those guys being on the court, but they got enough of those big guys to have 2 of them on the court at all times.
Yes.
They rotate between DeBrick and Reese Robinson and Dylan Arnett, so there's always at least 2 of them to fight inside.
Yeah.
First free throw is good for Stevenson, Stavesky, and so is the second. That now puts it to a 10-point lead early, 27-17, 9:46 on the first half clock. Here on the blacktop. DQ gets the inbound from Isaiah Jones. Passes halfway. Guarded closely by Chase Robinson. DQ looking to break free. Robinson not giving him any space. Gives the ball to Majak at the top. 10 on the shot clock. Majak over to Baru. Still on the perimeter.
6 seconds.
To baseline, and Baru is fouled. Bailing out the Golden Grizzlies. That offensive possession was going nowhere.
Yeah, it was going nowhere.
And down to 5 seconds on the shot clock. It was tight defense started by Chase Robinson on DQ. Giving it to then Dave Majak at the top. Couldn't find anywhere to go and just by default go to Baru, and Baru do something. That seemed to be the play call, and luckily Oakland is going to get a second chance at it with a fresh shot clock on the inbound.
Yeah.
DQ to Mukeba. Mukeba on the right block. Double teamed and stolen away. Chase Robinson poked it. And he goes all the way, meeting Baru, and gets past Nave Larua. 12-point lead for Cleveland State, 29-17. 9 minutes left in the first half. DQ once again by Robinson. To McCabe at the free throw line, bullying his way in, up and off the right glass. Cuts it to 10, 29-19. Cleveland State still in control of the game so far. Stevenson to Chase Robinson. Back to Stevenson, back to Robinson on the far wing. Just passing around the perimeter looking for space. A dump pass inside to DeBrick. DeBrick loses the ball and Isaiah Jones has it. And with speed, here he comes. Meeting Chase Robinson, misses the dunk, but he's fouled on the way up. Dunk going off the heel and catapulting its way to the Bear logo.
Yeah, but that's what we need, right? We needed that defensive stop. We were getting bullied inside. You know, they're breaking the trap. I mean, they're breaking the zone. We just needed to stop, and that was the one we needed desperately. Coming up with a steal here, getting a foul. You know, we're in the bonus. So for the rest of the 8 minutes, we should just continue to keep driving, continue to draw fouls. We're going to get 1-and-1s for the rest of the first half.
Yeah, 8-19 with 7 Cleveland State fouls. Yes, it does incentivize you to do so. And I'm glad to see that Oakland, like, despite the way the game has gone, still, like, Isaiah Jones still has the kind of confidence and bravado to try and slam it down, even though it was one-on-one. Like, physically, he does have the advantage over Chase Robinson, only at 6'1". So, I mean, going for the dunk, it did seem to be the right move. But to have the attitude to do that is a great sign for the Golden Grizzlies as those free throws are made, cutting it to 8.
You're trying to wake the team up. It's been stagnant offense, you know, all game, you know, and you're trying to wake the team up any possible way to get some rally, to get them to get some type of fire to, like, come on, let's go, let's do it.
Back to the Vikings. Chase Robinson gets the ball back, dumps it into the corner to Stavesky, who makes the corner 3. 6th in the Horizon League, 2.4 three-pointers made per game. That is Taj Stavesky, tied with Malcolm Christie on the Golden Grizzlies. Isaiah Jones trying to find some space. Mokeba inside looking for Baru under the basket. Couldn't grasp the pass. And that ball will roll its way out of bounds off the fingertips of the Golden Grizzlies. 32-21 is the score. Cleveland State up by 9 with 7 minutes and 42 seconds on the first half clock. You're listening to WXOU Sports, and we'll be right back after this media timeout. Back here on the blacktop here on WXOU Sports. Cleveland State up by 9 over the Golden Grizzlies, 32-21 with 7:42 on the first half clock. My name is Giovanni Moceri alongside Justin Sheppeard for WXOU Sports' presentation of Horizon League basketball. And Justin, we've seen a little bit of a awakening for the Golden Grizzlies. It's the early parts of it, but Isaiah Jones putting down the dunk, or actually having it pop out and be fouled, but making both the free throws, anything to get the offense going in that does make a difference. As flashy as something might be, like, that's necessary.
Yeah, that does make a difference into anybody, you know, whether you're an athlete or not. You just know that when you're it's like a Monday morning, right? You're getting out the bed, you don't want to get out the bed, but you hear a big boom. Now you're getting out of the bed. Yeah. That's what they need right now.
The teacher slams a book on your desk when you're sleeping in class.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they need right now. You know, we're down 11. Luckily, we're in the bonus. So that's an incentive, like you said, to continue to keep driving, to continue to draw fouls, to get these 1-and-1s, knock down these easy baskets to chip away at this lead. it's just going to come with some hard-knock defensive possessions right now.
And they're going to have to figure out how to get past this Cleveland State defense because the strong bodies they have are giving difficulty to Baru and Allen. They still are continuing to do so. So some adjustments going to have to be made to either make it easier on them or it's going to have to come up to the playmaking and get the guards shooting going.
Yeah.
Something's got to get figured out here because Cleveland State kind of in control of their multiple possession lead of the game so far.
Back on the blacktop, number 0, Nassim Moceri.
Nassim Moceri returns to the blacktop. Cleveland State with the ball. Chase Robinson to Dima. Dylan Arnett on the blacktop as well. Battling against Mukeba. Turns around, is fouled. That will send Dylan Arnett to the free throw line, who this season,
Open foul, number 23, Alan Moceba.
Arnett is 63.1% from the free throw line. He is third on the Vikings, 11.3 points per game. And their top rebounder, 7.4 a game as the first free throw is made. That makes it a 33-21. Second free throw up and good for Dylan Arnett. He makes both to extend it to now a 13-point lead with 7.5 to go in the first half. Mashore now to Mukeba. Mukeba springing up like he stepped on a tack. And that would be a Cleveland State foul.
1-1.
That is the 8th team foul for Cleveland State so far. Oakland only with 3, so Oakland's been playing very clean for this first half. Fouls only on Christie, Mukeba, and Cole. Meanwhile, Dylan Arnett and Traven Smith with 2 fouls each. First one is good for Mukeba, awarding him his second free throw.
That's good. That's good.
One more for Alan Mukeba.
Mukeba up. Mukeba off on the front rebound by Cole Franklin. Cole Franklin, a sophomore from DeSoto, Texas.
Must be a small town. Never heard of that.
And inside, no good off the front rim for Cleveland State. Back to the Golden Grizzlies. Pass on the sideline to Mukeba. He's double teamed in the corner. Gets it out to Mashore. Mashore guarded by Adi and kicks it over to Cole. Three-pointer no good. Offensive rebound by Mukeba. Over to Woodrich at the top. Woodrich for 3.
That's what you need right there.
Given the Cleveland State Vikings, the team he used to call home, the team where he won the 2021 Horizon League Championship, giving them a taste of their own medicine here in the arena. 34-25. Pass inside to Abidi against Allen. Against Mukeba. Pump fakes it, kicks it to 3. And burying it, Chase Robinson once again. Robinson is 3 of 4 from deep today.
I don't know. It feels like he's 10 of 10.
And kick to the corner to Woodrich for 3.
Come
Woodrich
on.
has got another one. Make that 2 for 2 for Woody to start. 37-28, another corner 3. No good from Chase Robinson.
Find him again. Find him again.
Baru at the top. Sweeping over to Woodrich. Woodrich fakes it, gives it to Cole in the corner. Over in the left corner, he brings it out to retreat. Guarded really tightly by Stefeski. Over to Mashore. Mashore tried to dump it to Mukeba. Not enough zip on it, and it's tapped out of bounds. Oakland keeps the ball with 8 seconds on the shot clock.
Malcolm Christie.
Oakland has turned it back up on offense. They're now 9 of 18 from the floor, a clean 50%, and are 4 of 7 from 3, but still in a deficit. Bounce pass. Great find underneath the basket. DQ Cole.
Yeah. Great. Like I said, we've been talking about just playing with patience and poise, and that's what they're really doing right now.
And Mukeba was guarded tightly outside of the paint and dished it underneath to Cole. And now a cutter. will put it back in. It's Cole Franklin. Hesitated, he looked around like he was almost called for a travel. Realized there's no whistle and put it back in very casually. 39-30, 9-point lead for Cleveland State, 4:50 on the first half clock. Oakland trying to make a dent in this before going into halftime. Cole on the Horizon League logo, backs up, step away, is good. Cuts it to 7, 39-32, 4.5 to go in the first half. Staveski. Now to Chase Robinson on the right wing. Goes inside, up and off the glass. Chase Robinson leads the floor, 13 points. He's 5 of 7 from the field. Excuse me, he's 6 of 8 and 3 of 5 from 3. 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal for Chase Robinson.
Wow.
Woodrich directing traffic on the left wing. Dumps it to Mukeba. Mukeba, 5 on the shot clock and into the 5th row of the stands. Goes the cross-court pass from Mukeba. Turnover for the Golden Grizzlies. We'll go into the media timeout with. 41-32, Cleveland State holding on to their lead with 3:48 left to go in the first half. We'll take a quick break here on WXOU Sports and get right back to Golden Grizzlies basketball. Back here on the blacktop, here on the campus of Oakland University, here on WXOU Sports, reminding you to subscribe right here on YouTube for more broadcasts just like these, especially for the baseball and softball season coming up here on the campus of Oakland University. 41-32 is the first half score with 3:48 left to go in that first half. Golden Grizzlies are 11 of 20 from the floor, good for 55%, and they are 4 of 7 from deep. 75% from the free throw line, 6 of 8. They're shooting well, but so are the Cleveland State Vikings. They are 64% from the floor, 55.6% from deep, and 4 of 4 from their free throws, giving them currently the 9-point lead that they've held on to for much of this first half.
We were right there. I mean, we still are right there, right? You know, we still have a lot of time left. You know, 3:48 left to go in the first half. The way we were just playing for those last, two and a half minutes or so, that's how we need to continue to play for this rest of the first half. You know, chip this lead, continue to play with high intensity, high aggression. This run that we're on is just spectacular right now.
Cleveland State back with the ball. Deba around to Franklin. Franklin spinning, double team, kicks it out. Stevenson, not a Deba. Now Abidi kicks over to Stevenson for 3, off on the front rim, rebound by Jason Woodrich. Every stop Oakland gets, they got to score to get back into this one. The first half, Mukeba's wide open in the left block, jams it down. That's the jolt this building is needed.
Yes.
Deba dishes it to the baseline, surrounded, and still Cole Franklin gets the basket. Golden Grizzlies coming back with speed. Mashore looping his way around on the Horizon League logo. Floater too short. Rebounded by Cole Franklin, who races down the court, dishes to the corner. Staveski fires a 3. Off on the front. Oakland another chance. And Moceri with a traveling violation, picked up his dribble and took another step. Just when Oakland was able to hold Cleveland State in the past 2 possessions, a turnover like that one's going to be reviewed during the week.
Yeah, for sure.
43-34, 2.5 to go in the first half. Deba kicks it to Stavesky. Back to Deba, right wing. Now Franklin in the corner. Cleveland State passing around the perimeter. It's Stavesky for 3. Off on the front once again. Cleveland State, they are one of their last 5 from deep.
Come on.
DQ now to Baru. Spins around the basket. Gets his own rebound and is fouled on his way up for the following shot. That'll be now the 9th team foul for Cleveland State. That'll send Baru to the free throw line. Made both of his in his first trip to the line. Shot is up. Shot is good for Baru.
Returning for Oakland number 22, Dan Mejak. And
Dang Mejak to the court.
Number 15, Reese Robinson.
The big man, Reese Robinson, returns to the court for Cleveland State as well. Getting ready for the second free throw for Baru. 43-35. Off on the front, but rattles its way in. 43-36, 7-point lead. It's what Cleveland State has, down from as much as 12. Or as much as 13, rather. Now an errant pass will roll its way to the opposite baseline, going off the foot of a Viking. Deba will bring it back. Stavesky fakes a 3, long 2. Too strong.
He's getting quality looks.
Woodridge transition 3. Off on the front, Baru.
Oh!
Excuse me. That thing took its time on the third bounce. Drops in. Jason Woodridge is 3 of 3 from deep to start the game today.
Down 4.
And that will force Cleveland State to call the timeout. The familiar foe putting an efficient 9 points on his former team on his senior night. We'll stick with you here on WXOU Sports. This is the closest this game has been for quite some time. Like we said, the lead got up to as much as 13 for Cleveland State. Now we're down to 4. And we've seen Oakland, they've made a couple of chances to cut it within 7. But this has to be capitalized on. This timeout cannot reverse the luck of the Golden Grizzlies if they want to get back into this one before the end of the first half.
For sure. And like we've been saying, just playing with poise, playing to their strengths. Right, not getting sped up. They started off sluggish, but they picked it up as the game gone on. Got adjusted to the way they're going to play defense. They started to click together as a team, and that's just the most important thing right now. As we go into the half, what can we do to capitalize on this in the second half? Yeah.
Now, what do you think about Oakland being now 5 of 8 from the three-point line? Do you think it's going to take some of the heat off of the guys inside? Does that start to open things up for Moceri and Baru?
I think so, because then they won't be forced to pressure the corners. They won't be forced to double Moceri like they've been doing all game.
Oh, Isaiah Jones a bit too rough, trying to swat the pass away from Chase Robinson. He gets called for the foul. It is only the 4th team foul. And it'll be an inbound for Cleveland State. Chase Robinson to inbound it on our close sideline. Deba now in control, 43-39, a minute 15 in the first half. Dylan Arnett on the elbow. Turns around back to Deba. Deba with some space, but he'll give it over to Stavesky. Stavesky step back 3. He lands it.
Goodness.
Taj Stavesky puts this game back to 7 points. DQ with less than a minute to go in the first half. 46-39. Moceri and 1. Moceri moves around Dylan Arnett on the baseline. And a 3-point potential play coming up for the big man from Belgium.
Reese Robinson. That's his second personal.
So you have to respect it, right? You have to respect the fact that Woodrich is out there. You have to respect the fact that Christie was out there. You have to respect them as the shooters they are that they're playing in today, right now in this game. That leaves space for Kaba in this case to get that foul and hopefully knocks down this free throw to cut it to 4.
And it's good. One visual note here, Baru, left wrist is taped up. We'll keep an eye on that throughout the game. But that now makes it back to a 4-point game. 46-42 with 45.7 seconds left to go in the first half.
Need a stop here.
Stavetsky will carry it up. He's dangerous from 3 and has been all season. Now to Deba. Chase Robinson kicks it to the corner. Reese Robinson for 3 off of the top of the backboard.
Last possession.
And about a 2-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. And a 3-pointer from DQ, not enough on it. And it'll stay Oakland's ball as the rebound was batted out of bounds. So now shot clock is turned off. It's 21.8 seconds left in the first half. Oakland will call a 30-second timeout, and we'll stick here with it. Oakland with an opportunity here to make this one possession going into halftime, which would be huge given how this game started for Oakland on offense.
Yes. You know, we estimated the game wouldn't get no further than 50. You know, it's 46-42 right now.
We thought this would be the final score, 46-42.
You know, but with this being the last possession of the game, last possession of the half, excuse me, take the time, right? Iowa started off in the 1-4 flat, and then get into it. Get into it about the 10-second mark, and then that way you get one last shot. Don't leave them with any time on the clock, and let's just play it out. Let's just go into the halftime down. I'd rather go into halftime down 4 than give them a basket, either go up by 6 or 7.
Exactly. Like if you're Oakland, you either want to score or not score.
Exactly.
But you can't let Cleveland State have that option either.
Exactly. But the way we've been playing, we have to come out of the second half the same way we've been playing these last, 10 minutes or so?
That's right. The most crucial time, Campy always puts it, is the last 5 minutes of the first half and the first 5 minutes of that second half. That middle 10 minutes of the game is so crucial and something Oakland has struggled to do at times, but it is crucial here. DQ on the Bear logo, guarded by Deba. Moves to his left, over to Isaiah Jones on the left wing, guarded by Chase Robinson.
6 seconds.
5 on the clock. Makes a move. Step back 3 for Isaiah Jones. Off on the front. And the Buzzers will put 0. And an afterwards half-court shot does hit the backboard. But it will put us at halftime, 46-42. Cleveland State with the 4-point lead as they go into the tunnel. And Justin, a great turnaround for Oakland. They started 1 of 6 from the floor, but now currently they're into the 50s at field goal percentage, 51.9 to be exact.
Exactly, but they've just taking the shots that work for them, right? They're not taking forced shots that we've seen, early throughout the season, get late to the shot clock. Now we're just throwing up a desperate shot. They've been taking the shots that are most comfortable to them, most familiar to them, and things that they've practiced. So 51% right now in the first half is very, very good for this team. Especially
against Cleveland State's defense. They hold teams to 65 points a game, and we're already at 42.
Exactly. So, defensively, I see these teams. I especially see Cleveland State coming out, probably going to come back out into that full court press that we saw a little bit early on in the first half, just because of the fact they want to slow down Oakland's tempo right now. Oakland has to do, continue to play their game like they've been playing it. Put the foot on the throat and just go. Take the quality shots, get out in transition, make those easy transition shots. And, we'll live with the outcome, but we have to continue to fight for the rest of the game.
And that fight will continue after a break here at halftime. Stick around during the break, and we'll go through the other Golden Grizzlies teams. To give you guys a update on all the Golden Grizzlies news, a little bit of the swim team to give you guys a teaser. And we'll talk about that during the halftime here on WXOU Sports. But before that, we'll take a break, and we'll be right back here on 88.3 FM WXOU. Back here on WXOU Sports, it is halftime, 46-42. Cleveland State with the 4-point lead here on Senior Day. My name is Giovanni Moceri. Soon we'll be joined once again by Justin Sheppeard. But let's go through the Golden Grizzlies outside of men's basketball, see what all the news is about here. The biggest headline for the Golden Grizzlies athletics is another Horizon League championship for swim and dive. They've already updated their Instagram profile. 47 consecutive conference championships for the men's team, 31 consecutive conference championships for the women's, and the current reigning since 2014 men's and women's swim and dive champions. It's a tradition unlike any other in the country. The swim team continues their dominance in conference in every year. Even despite the recent retirement of Pete Hovland, the last two Horizon League champions under head coach Mitch Alters have kept the tradition going for the Golden Grizzlies. So congratulations on another stack of rings for our swimmers. Going to the softball side of things, they've split their final games in the Gotta Challenge. They finished the weekend 2-2 against Fairfield, Campbell, and the other team in attendance of that event was Georgia Southern. So the softball team starting off 2-2 in their season. Baseball playing a few series themselves. Jacksonville State with their first 4 games of the season. That's where they began. And then later they played McKinney State, splitting that series. Jacksonville State winning their first game. Oakland winning the second, and then Oakland dropping the third and fourth in a Jacksonville State series. Pardon me 1 second here. Getting the schedule up for the baseball team. And then their series against McKinney State. First 2 games, an 0-1 loss and a 4-5 loss. And later today at 5 p.m., their last game of that series at McKinney State in Lake Charles, L.A. will be first pitch at 5 p.m. And finally, we'll round up the Golden Grizzlies recap with women's basketball, who have unfortunately lost their previous game against the Youngstown State Penguins. Have been on a downstretch since starting 4-0 in the season. As we continue to pull up their schedule. Their most recent game, a 52-51 loss to Youngstown State in heartbreaking fashion. That now sets them on a 4-game losing streak, a 5-game losing streak. Once again, a 6-game losing streak as I continue to scroll up in the schedule here. Started on January 5th against Purdue Fort Wayne here at home. And then to IU, Indy, Detroit, Mercy, Milwaukee, Green Bay would be part of their losing streak. So the Golden Grizzlies, they fall to the middle of the pack in the Horizon League standings for women's basketball, and will continue their coverage throughout the season here on WXOU Sports. So that'll wrap up our recap of Golden Grizzlies athletics as we're getting ready for the second half of men's basketball. 46-42 is the halftime score of Cleveland State over the Golden Grizzlies. And we'll be back in just a moment here on WXOU Sports. Welcome back here to the Blacktop as we're getting ready for the second half of play. Once again, 46-42 is your halftime score here on WXOU Sports. My name is Giovanni Moceri. I'm joined here by Justin Sheppeard. Let's go over the numbers of the first half. Leading the floor in scoring is Chase Robinson with 15 points, missing only 2 shots from deep in his 8 attempted. He's 6 of 8 from the field and 3 of 5 from 3. 2 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal as well. He leads the Cleveland State Vikings in scoring so far. Alan Mukeba leads the Golden Grizzlies, also 5 of 8 from the field, making 2 of his 3 free throws, and he's tied with Nevalerua in the top rebounding spot, 3 each for Mukeba and Baru. And another note on Baru, we noted going into halftime that his left wrist was taped up. We then see him come out of halftime with a brace around his lower back. We'll keep an eye on him. Currently, he is sitting down during warm-ups. We'll see if he continues play, or will the Golden Grizzlies have to be without one of their powerhouses in the front court. We'll keep an eye on that. He's had back issues going back to the Michigan State game where really quick, right before tip-off against Michigan State at Little Caesars Arena, he was out of the lineup. And that was a big shock for the Golden Grizzlies. And as we see now Alan Mukeba coming out, the same thing, a brace around his lower back as well. We're unsure exactly if it's a precautionary thing or if it's something they have on during every halftime. We hope that's the case. We hope it's business as usual, because if both of our guys are unable to go with bad backs, this is going to be a tough game.
Yeah, I mean, they are getting beat up down there.
It's physical.
Yeah, it's a very physical game right today. And, you know, I believe that the brace back there is just to keep it loose.
Of course, and we're only speculating here. We'll be fair.
Yeah, only speculating. So, you know, hopefully it's, like you said, hopefully it's nothing too serious, but they are getting abused down low.
Getting ready for action in the second half. Jason Woodridge, let's note, he is 3 of 3 from deep today. Him and Chase Robinson, the only players that have 3 3-pointers so far today, although DQ Cole's 2 of 5. He is not far from it from deep today. We do see Baru on the court as well as Mukeba without that brace around their lower back. As Cleveland State begins the second half here with their first possession, scoring from right to left in front of the student section. Arnett wide open, dunks it down. Shifts around Mukeba and 2 hands on the rim. 48-42 to start off the second half. DQ Cole now guarded closely by Taven Smith. DQ moving to his left side. Inside of Mukeba. Mukeba triple team, rises up. Shot can't fall down, and it's rebounded by Reese Robinson. 48-42 still. First minute into the second half.
Start 5 minutes are crucial here.
Error pass recovered by Staveski. Back to Debo. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Cleveland State lackadaisical, relaxed on offense so far. Debo to Staveski. Gets around Woodridge. Stops on a dime. Whips it over to Taven Smith. Firing the 3 and draining it to end the shot clock. 51-42. Cleveland State starting this half 6-0 run.
Coming out into that full court press.
Excuse me, a 5-0 start to start the second half. Ball fumbles out of bounds.
Oakland ball out of bounds.
It'll be Oakland's ball on their scoring half of the court. Jason Woodridge to inbound it for OU. On the floor right now is Woodridge, Mukeba, Nevalerua, Cole, and Isaiah Jones. DQ on the barrel logo, guarded by Deba. Over to Woodridge, right wing. Spins around to the paint, falling down, and off the glass and in. Rolling up on Reese Robinson. That was a tough spill by Jason Woodridge, still able to get the shot. He's now 4-4 with 11 points scored today. Reese Robinson shaken up after the contact under the basket. Really, Woodridge was pretty much horizontal when he was letting go of that ball. With,
yeah.
You know, his body was flat and pointing his neck up trying to see the ball. It looked uncomfortable.
There was no lane for him to even go. So him getting that shot off was, pure wizardry.
Sheer will to make it 51-44. Cleveland State with the ball. Deba moves to his left side at the top. Stavesky, far wing. Deba inside of Arnett. Kicking out to Smith for 3. Off on the front rim. And Oakland will let that one roll out for their possession.
Oakland ball.
Oakland ball out of bounds. Reese Robinson still limping. It is the left ankle that he's keeping a lot of weight off it. He'll head over to the training area. Meanwhile, Oakland begins their possession. 6-point game, under 18 to go. Isaiah Jones on the Bear logo. Now to DQ. Pressing up high, almost with the steal by Tevin Smith. And Baru finds a lane. Jams it down, but let it go too early. Hits off the glass. No score for OU. And DQ trying to recover, diving into the lane on the left side. His shot is swatted by Arnett.
I think they called the foul. Yeah.
And DQ, Dylan Arnett with the foul. That his third foul. We'll keep an eye on that. But Baru saw the lane, went for the dunk, one-handed, trying to tomahawk it, but let go of it too early. Couldn't get it through the net. That's the second dunk Oakland has missed today.
We've seen him do spectacular dunks, throughout the season. But that would have been number one. That would have been ESPN top 10.
It would have been electrifying for the audience here, but and I don't know if he was forced to jump early because he was kind of extending himself, from distance from the basket, trying to jam that down. I don't know if he was forced to jump early or if he got a little excited for it, but really could have used that one to go through. But luckily the possession is not coming away empty. DQ makes both the free throws, but just a little less sizzle and excitement to make it back to a 5-point game. 51-46, 17.5 to go in the game. Dump inside to DeBrick. DeBrick double team, rises up, and floater is good. Hook shot, rather, is good for KJ DeBrick. DQ on the Bear logo. Guarded really closely by Deba. Bounce pass to Baru at the top. Now to Isaiah Jones, also at the top. Here comes Mokeba, left block. Kicked it over to DQ, open in the corner for 3. Too strong. But rebound fumbled by Cleveland State. It'll be out of bound on them, and Oakland gets another crack at it.
3 seconds left on the shot clock.
53-46, 3 seconds on the clock. 16:45 on the game clock. Dump it to Mokeba, who jams it down.
Okay.
Gave the rim an extra pull to make sure the crowd felt it. 53-48, 16.5 to go in the game. Chase Robinson at the top. Now to Deba, faking a 3, takes a 3, off on the front rim. That one was a very strange shot for him. It's like a rubber band waiting to snap, and then he fires. It was very strange timing.
Good pass.
And Baru underneath the basket. Jason Woodridge finding Baru. Or rather DQ on the assist.
Oh my
A great
goodness.
pass. It's now within 3. Closest it's been since the start of the game.
Come on, y'all.
Cleveland State, Stavesky, free throw jumper, rattles out. KJ DeBrick on the offensive rebound, and Smith for 3. Too strong.
Come on, y'all.
Baru rises up, and Oakland with a chance to cut into this lead.
Snatch.
Isaiah Jones with the ball, slows it down. Guarded by Smith. Moves to his right. Onto the free throw line, picks up his dribble. Takes the free throw jumper, and he makes it.
Come on.
53-52, games within one. 15-18 on the second half clock. A DQ is calling for the crowd.
Wow.
Cleveland State calls a timeout, triggering the media timeout. That full timeout will bring us to the media timeout as an electrified arena applauds the Golden Grizzlies, 53-52. It's a one-point game, and we'll be back to it here on WXOU Sports. Back here on the blacktop as Oakland cuts this baby down to 1 point. Cleveland State up 53-52 with 15-17 on the second half clock. Here on WXOU Sports, Justin, what has Oakland been doing to be able to cut into this one and now make it the one possession game?
They followed Campy, right? Campy, you know how you said, before halftime, Campy loves the last 5 minutes of the first half and the first 5 minutes of the second half. They've played exactly to what they need to do to stay in this game. Defensively, they've been playing exceptionally well. Offensively, they've been passing the ball, getting great finds down low. We saw with early on in the game where Malcolm, Christie, and Woodridge and Cole, when they started to knock down threes, they couldn't defend. They couldn't double-team Baru, and they couldn't double-team Makeba. Now they're playing man-to-man. They have to respect that. So now we're just getting open looks from everywhere on the court.
Oakland 45.5% from three. Cleveland State 38.9. Both teams with respect demanded for their three-point shooting tonight. Cleveland State has the ball. Deba against Moceri, now to DeBrick at the top. DeBrick takes a long two, off on the heel. Isaiah Jones snags the rebound. This possession could get Oakland the lead.
Come on.
Could be the lead for the first time since it was 2-0. Isaiah Jones driving in, loses the ball, gets it back, and loses it once again. DeBrick with the block. Chase Robinson on the left wing, up to Deba at the top. Deba guarded by Jones, now by Moceri. Off-ball foul.
Oh, Campy.
Oakland foul number 7, Isaiah Jones.
Isaiah Jones, off-ball foul.
And the first team foul.
At 14:30. And now the official media timeout comes across here. The previous timeout was of Cleveland State's. We'll stick with you here on WXOU Sports as we remain at the 1 point game, 53-52. 14.5 to go here. So we've traded a couple of times the possession, the chance to either regain the lead for Cleveland State or for Oakland to take advantage of it. Oakland has not led in this game since the very first basket was made back at the 18-minute 39 mark in the first half when it was 2-0 Oakland.
Yeah.
After that, Cleveland State took a bulldozer to that short lead, and it's taken this long now for Oakland to get back into this game with still a lot of game left to play.
Still a lot of game.
How's Oakland going to be able to continue this, Mark? What do they got to do to slow down Cleveland State on both sides, offense and defense?
They just got to keep playing their game. You know, like I've been saying, Cleveland State has been respecting that. You know, respecting the fact they can shoot and respecting the inside play. So now you have the free will to do whatever you want. So if you want to drain a little bit of this clock, you want to take a little bit longer on these possessions, you should be able to do that because of the fact now they have to respect everything that's transpiring right now in front of them. So to continue to keep the game close the way it is now and to take the lead, just play their brand of basketball, which they've been playing. You know, slow down the offense. Woodridge getting open shots. Moceri getting open shots. Baru getting lanes to drive. DQ Cole being the maestro that he is.
Making it all work.
Yeah, making it work. So just continue to playing their brand of basketball is what's kept them in this game, and that's what's going to get them in this lead.
Taking a look at the box score. Interesting note, we have 4 Golden Grizzlies in double digits, only 6 Golden Grizzlies have scored today. Meanwhile, pretty much everybody on Cleveland State who has been on the floor tonight has scored, where it is now 9 Vikings that have points on the board for Cleveland State here. Still Chase Robinson leading the scoring, 15 points, 6 of 8 from the field, still 3 of 5 from 3. Moceri leads the Golden Grizzlies in scoring so far, 6 of 10 from the floor with 14 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and the only steal that Oakland has today. Keeping an eye on Dylan Arnett, who's been a pillar on the defensive side, on the physical side. 3 blocks in the first 4 minutes of play here, but now with 3 fouls, Cleveland State's going to have to be a little bit careful with how they use him. And they definitely have the bodies to be able to substitute and withstand that blow. Like we said, KJ DeBrick, 6'9", 240, and Reese Robinson, 6'8", 220. You got enough weight to withstand Oakland's front court, but we'll keep an eye on that development. As Cleveland State will inbound it on their scoring half of the basket. DeBrick open underneath the basket, but great recovery by the Oakland defense. Shot no good, and Oakland back with it with another chance to score. DQ races to the baseline. Over to Isaiah Jones, under the basket, up and in off the glass. Oakland with the lead, 54-53. 14 minutes left to go in the game. DeBrick finding Chase Robinson, open underneath the basket, layup's no good, but DeBrick will tap it in.
KJ DeBrick with the basket.
55-54, teams trading field goals. Baru driving inside, loses the ball on his way with the foul.
Vikings foul number 22, Chase Robinson.
Chase Robinson will pick up his second foul today.
Baru on the line to shoot 2.
Second foul for Cleveland State. They've really cleaned that up as part of this second half here. As they got Oakland in the bonus with about 9 minutes left to go in that first half. But now with only two fouls at 13:43, much improved there for Cleveland State. I mean, there was a certain point where the free throws were the only thing keeping Oakland afloat in this game.
Yes.
And it's good.
And Baru gets them both. Or excuse me, he splits them. It's 55-55, tied with 13 and a half. Cleveland State with it. Deba inside of DeBrick. DeBrick up and over Allen, no good. Mashore tied 55-55. Isaiah Jones on the far wing over to DQ Cole at the Bear logo. DQ looking for his space, finds Baru.
Foul.
Baru back to DQ, a bit handsy, and DeBrick will seal the pass away. Deba inside to DeBrick. DeBrick spins to his right, high off the glass, no good, but he was fouled by Moceri.
Oakland foul number 23, Alan Moceri.
That's Moceri's second foul.
His second personal.
No alarms set up yet in terms of having to be careful with the fouling. Still 55-55, 12:55 left to go in the game. 2 fouls for each team as KJ DeBrick steps to the free throw line.
All right, let's get some wings.
He missed it. And the promotion here in the arena is bricking for chicken. If a player misses both of his free throws on a shooting foul, it's free Buffalo Wild Wings wings. Second one's up, and the second one's good. No chicken for nobody. DeBrick this season, 77.8% from the free throw line. Taking only 18 coming into today, so by the numbers, may have not been the person to get the chicken going. Isaiah Jones into the game, carries the ball. Dumps over to Moceri. Back to Jones. Gives the ball to his brother Isaiah. Isaiah making some moves, going to the Horizon League logo. Through hands, over to Mukeba, whose dunk is fouled hard. Didn't make the basket, although that rim is still shaking.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so while going inside, Isaiah realized, oh wait, you're wide open? Let me hand you the ball, only 2 feet from each other. And that bit of a hesitation allowed Cleveland State to be able to contest the shot. And it was Tevin Smith with the foul, giving Mukeba his first free throw off on the front rim. That free throw by DeBrick broke the tie. It's now 56-55. Oakland with the chance to retie it with the second free throw. And the second one's good. Back to a tie game here. Teams scratching and clawing. No team ready to pull away yet. Arnett kicks it to Stavesky in the corner. He buries the three. 59-56, 12-12 on the second half clock. Jones to Jones exchange. It's with Isaiah. Now back to Jalen. Cleveland State, they've been pressing up high for much of the game, making it very difficult for the Oakland guards. Dump inside to Mukeba. Fumbles the pass, but still gets it. Isaiah Jones inside. Floater up and good. 59-58. 11:47 on the clock.
Timeout, Oakland.
Oakland calls a timeout.
Media timeout.
That will officially lead us to the timeout. I got a little mix-up last time. I wanted to make sure we got the media timeout, Justin. And with that being the case, we will take a break here as the game is still within 59-58. Cleveland State with the lead with 11:47 left to go here on the Blacktop. We'll be right back on WXOU Sports. Back here on the blacktop on WXOU Sports, it's still the 1-point game. Oakland and Cleveland State trading scoring, trading the lead. And right now it's Cleveland State, 59-58, 11:47 left to go in the game. Alan Mukeba almost with a thunderous dunk that was not to be had from a foul by Tevin Smith. I mean, that thing would have lit the place on fire.
Oh, my
goodness. That thing would have blew the roof off this place.
Yes, it would have, for sure.
But as it stands, Cleveland State will have the ball.
Franklin return for Cleveland State.
Deba, Chase Robinson. Back to Deba on the Bear logo. Chase Robinson for three.
Nope.
Off on the right, Jalen Jones with a quick rebound and with speed. Over to Woodrich. Transition three. Woodrich is 4 for 4.
Oh, my goodness.
1, 2, 3.
Woody is on fire. 5 for 5 today. 4 of 4 from three. 14 of the cleanest points you've ever seen. 61-59, Oakland with the lead. Arnett inside against Mukeba. Dumps it over to Cole Franklin, who is fouled underneath by Woodrich.
Over foul number 11, Jason Woodrich.
Girls running around with T-shirts.
All those tees for threes go crazy in here. Especially you have a couple of elementary school field trips.
Oh,
you know they're going to get some tees for threes.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Those are going to be Golden Grizzly fans for life. First free throw good for Cole Franklin. Cole Franklin this season averages 16.4 minutes per game, 72.7%.
Violated. Come on, there we go.
And that violation, correct.
Violation, Oakland ball.
So second free throw nullified. Oakland still now with the 1-point lead, 61-60 with 11:03 to go. Justin, I thought this would be the final score. We got 11 minutes left.
Yo, we got plenty of ball in this.
Baru against Deba. Baru to the free throw line. Kicks it to Woody. Corner three. Off on the heel. Offensive rebound. Woody again. Off again. Oh, almost with the offensive rebound. Foul on the floor. No basket.
Wow.
Man,
Smash Mount basketball.
Mukeba knew that Woody has the hot hand.
Oh, yeah.
Gave it to him twice in a single
him.
possession. And with a fresh shot clock, Oakland will have another possession added to Mukeba against Arnett. Over to Woody, firing the three. Woody makes his 5th three of the night.
The largest lead for Oakland right now.
64-60. 5 of 7 from deep for Jason Woodrich on senior night against his former team. And Cole Franklin politely puts the ball into the basket.
We'll get another one going.
Jalen Jones guarded by Staveski. On the far sideline, brings it to the Bear logo. Over to Baru. Baru to his right, now to Mukeba at the top. Against Arnett, great move. Long two for Mukeba, off on the heel. Rebound Cleveland State. And in transition, the Vikings dump it to Arnett. Kicking it out to Aura Peskovitz, president of Oakland University. She almost was able to catch it. Just a bit too high for our school president. I think that means Aura gets to take a couple free throws, right?
I don't know.
Either way, Oakland inbound, Woodridge to Jalen Jones. Oakland with the 2-point lead, 64-62. 9:40 left to go in the game.
Get him another one.
To Baru at the top. Alan Mukeba on the left block against
That's
Arnett,
tough.
and good. Right hand on the left glass. Him and Woodrich tied to lead the Golden Grizzlies in scoring, 17 each. That leads the floor. 66-62. Deba kicks it to the corner. Now it's Staveski, the wing for three. Rattles out. Off.
Yep.
Last touch was Cleveland State. Oakland gets another stop.
Just play their basketball. That's what they've been doing.
9:07 left to go in the game. Cleveland State, one of their last 6 from 3. Jalen Jones goes all the way himself. Layup is rattled around. The rebound back to Isaiah Jones. And back to Jalen Jones. A wild event.
Oh, my goodness.
Jalen Jones trying to go all the way. And that layup brings it back to McCabe. Almost got in. And it was out of bounds off the shin of a Golden Grizzly.
Oh, my goodness.
Cleveland State ball out of bounds.
Cleveland State will have the ball.
Number 0, Tevin Smith.
Still 66-62. Oakland with the 4-point lead. You can definitely feel a different buzz in the building.
For sure. It's like everybody's holding their breath just a little bit.
Just waiting to yell and scream out when Jason Woodridge gets the ball. He's been phenomenal today. He has struggled with an upper body injury for much of the season. Has made things difficult for him on the three-point shooting side of things. But tonight, he has been incredible. Arnett inside against McCabe. Forcing to pass the ball out. Was caught in midair and decided to pass. And Staveski for 3. No good off the heel. Oakland with a chance to stack on to their largest lead.
Get him again.
Everyone's keeping an eye on Woody. Where's he moving off ball? DQ moves to his left. Over to Baru. The free throw line takes the jumper off the front rim. Chase Robinson across for Cleveland State. Guarded by DQ. Tevin Smith moves to his left. Goes inside. A wild left-handed shot. No good. And rolls out of bounds. It'll stay Cleveland State ball.
All right.
That'll put us to the under 8-minute media timeout as Oakland holding on to that lead. 66-62, still your score from the blacktop here. We'll be right back on WXOU Sports. Welcome back here to WXOU Sports. Here from the blacktop, it's 66-62. Oakland with the 4-point lead. As someone on the Jumbotron got caught on their phone. It's 7:39 left to go in the game. and it's been a battle for it. Oakland able to hold on to this lead for quite some time. Neither team has scored in the past 1 minute 50 seconds. Cleveland State hasn't scored in the past 2 minutes 39 seconds. Cleveland State has one of their last 5 from the field and one of their last 7 from 3. Oakland has denied their opportunities.
Yes.
It'll be Cleveland State's ball out of bounds. Tevin Smith at the top. Driving to his right. Up and in. That was a great move.
Yes.
Over off the glass. Cuts it to 2. 66-64. Moceri. Guarded closely by Stevenson. Just trying to break free. Mukeba.
Is this nose?
Mukeba finds the lane on the right. Almost and one.
I think his nose is bleeding.
Just swirled out.
Number 4? Yeah.
Tevin Smith? Or excuse me, that is Jay-Sean Stevenson.
Yeah. Yep.
That's his first personal, the 5th team foul.
We're going to go and make sure that is okay. He was guarding Nassim Moceri pretty closely. I didn't see any direct contact to the nose to cause that, but I know that he was guarding him pretty closely. It could have been incidental contact. Doesn't seem like a foul. A foul wasn't called for it. It would have been if there was some big contact like that. Unfortunately, we're a little too far away to see what the referees are discussing.
Yeah, that's not a. Wait, they're not about to look at this, are they?
Well, either way, Stevenson comes back to the court.
Okay.
With his nose plugged up. And we'll resume play as normal. It doesn't sound like anything is gonna happen as a result of the nosebleed. But the first free throw is good.
First one's good.
That'll make it 67-64. Off on the heel, Arnett rebound. Chase Robinson. Now to Stavesky down to the corner. Stevenson finds Chase Robinson in the opposite corner. And too strong, rebounded by DQ Cole. Home run pass. Looking for Baru, and Baru's got it off the glass. Largest lead of the day, 5 points as it's 69-64. 6:41 to go in the game.
Oh, his nose thing came out.
Number 6.
Those are the worst.
No, nosebleeds
those are the worst.
They're just annoying. You can't control them. You just have to hope they stop.
Yeah. Those are the worst.
And they're always messy because they're gonna mop up a little bit on the floor.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a tough look to it. I mean, I'll give you that.
Yeah, for sure.
You get the kind of rocky, like blood down the face kind of.
Get a little Instagram picture posted.
Oh, that's for the gram.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And we'll stick with you here during the timeout as they take care of the situation here. 5-point lead for the Golden Grizzlies. Mukeba, 18 points. He leads the floor and the Golden Grizzlies with 7 of 13 from the floor. He's 4 of 7 from the free throw line. 7 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal for Mukeba. And Jason Woodrich right behind him with 17 points. He is 5 of 7 from 3 and 6 of 8 overall from the field with 3 rebounds as well. Chase Robinson still locked up with 15 points, what he went into halftime with. 6 of 11 from the field, 3 of 7 from 3. As previously, Cleveland State in this game were shooting in the 60s from the field and 50s from the 3. They have now been knocked down to 48% from the floor and 35% from deep. We continue to praise this Oakland defense for being able to adjust from the start of this game to now make this one, toward this one, especially against the top team in the Horizon League. Like, let's not downplay this. there's a lot of traffic towards that top part of the Horizon League, but Cleveland State's been on top of it the whole time, and to play it like this late in the season, in the dire straits that Oakland is in terms of the standings, this is a huge performance for Oakland.
It is, and especially the top #1 team in the Horizon, right? So going into this, you know, hopefully that we beat them, right? But even if not, it's a hard-fought game, and we played them all the way through. So being able to adjust quickly like they did, you know, late in this first half, coming out of halftime, electrifying, threes raining, great passes to dunks to free throws to stopping just this monstrous of a team that's in front of us. They've overall played really great tonight.
It's going to speak well for their trip to Wisconsin coming up to finish out the season, as well as wherever they land in the Horizon League standings. Cleveland State inside it, Smith. Smith finding a space high off the glass, no good. Rebound by Evan Mukeba. Less than 6.5 to go in the game. Oakland up by 5. Moceri over to Woodrich. And everyone's a little more excited as he gives it to Mukeba.
It's a mismatch.
Dumps it off to Moceri. Moceri finds a lane, goes inside, and he's fouled on the way up, but couldn't make the basket.
Vikings foul number 0, Tevin Smith.
Tevin Smith with the foul.
4th personal.
And Smith now got to be careful here. That is his 4th foul. We'll put Nassim Moceri over to the free throw line. And Nassim Moceri, 80% from the free throw line this season, 28 of 35. Up and good for the Dearborn native.
One more for Nassim Moceri.
Nassim Moceri averaging 5.2 points per game. Second one rolls and is good. Didn't have many minutes, throughout the beginning part of the season, but Campy knew that Moceri was a great player, deserving of time, as he showed in practice during the summer.
For sure. And even in the course of this game, even if this game was a breakout game for him, defensively, he's been great.
Campy credits him for being one of their best on-ball defenders. Still Cleveland State ball out of bounds as Oakland has their lead increased. 71-64, 5:45 left to go in the game.
Okay.
Campy directing Allen for defense. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Cleveland State has it at the top. Over into the corner, Chase Robinson lands the 3.
Chase Robinson for 3.
Part of me has a feeling that that's what Campy was warning against.
But that's his first shot, his first made shot coming out of the half. So I'm okay with that.
That makes it 71-67. Mukeba double teamed. Kicks out to Cole, finds Moceri at the free throw line with space. Over to Woodrich in the wing for 3. Rolling out. And Cleveland State able to keep the rebound inbounds. Deba now to Steveski in the corner for 3. And he buries it. 2 consecutive threes for Cleveland State to cut it to 1 point, 71-70. Oakland still with the lead with 5 minutes left to go in the game.
Ooh. That was quick.
That got out of hand quick. Moceri, the far wing. Got it closely by Chase Robinson. Pass batted right back to Moceri. 5 on the shot clock. Baru with the ball. Long 2, too short.
They caught the foul.
And the surrender Cobra on 3 Cleveland State Vikings. After that foul is called. Tevin Smith. Oh, that's the foul that gets him out of the game.
Okay.
That's Smith's 5th foul. Remember, Tevin Smith, he scored 37 against the Golden Grizzlies last time they played in Cleveland.
Wow. That's big.
Now, he only scored 5 points in this game. It's 2 of 6 and 1 of 3 from deep. 2 rebounds, 1 steal, and a block. So not the same performance that he had last time against the Golden Grizzlies, but still, that is one of your key players. It'll put Baru at the line to shoot two, especially when it was getting to the end of the shot clock. I got to imagine Cleveland State's stomachs just dropped when they heard the whistle.
Yeah.
First one's good for Baru.
That's for any coach. You know, you hope to, you know, you play great defense for the whole 30 seconds.
And
then that last second.
That 30 seconds feels like an eternity.
Then that last second comes through, and then that whistle.
Off on the front rim, rebound by Cleveland State. Baru splits the free throws, 72-70. Oakland still with a 2-point lead, 4.5 to go in the game. Chase Robinson inside to Arnett on the Horizon League logo. Finds space on his right side, dishes to Deba, who whips around over to the right wing, the close wing rather, and some tumbling around the close sideline. And a little extra contact.
Oakland foul. Number 7, Isaiah Jones.
Isaiah Jones will pick up now his third foul.
14 foul, Cleveland State ball out of bounds.
Oakland only with 4 fouls as a team. Cleveland State with 7. And Arnett inside with the floater is good.
Dylan Arnett.
That's a tie game, 72-72. Clock just passing 4 minutes left to play. We're 0-0, essentially. Isaiah Jones battling inside. Kicks out to DQ for 3. Rolling out, rebound by Deba. Deba to his right, back to Arnett, inside. Tried to bounce pass it over to Stevenson, and it's out of bounds.
All right.
And
last media
timeout.
And that is the 4-minute media timeout, and we're tied at 72 with 3:39 left to go in the game. This is for all the marbles for this game. Will Cleveland State sweep the Golden Grizzlies, or will they split? And Oakland gets a win against the top team in the Horizon League. We'll see how the last 4 minutes plays right here on WXOU Sports. Back here on the blacktop, less than 4 minutes to go, and it's a tie game, 72-72. Cleveland State led this game by as much as 13, and Oakland able to claw their way back to lead by as much as 7, leading back to the tie game that we have here. My name is Giovanni Moceri alongside Justin Sheppeard. Happy to have you with us here on WXOU Sports. Be sure to subscribe for more broadcasts just like these as we look forward to baseball and softball season. Oakland with the ball. It's Moceri getting past half court against Stevenson. Sweeps over to DQ Cole at the top of the Bear logo. Mukeba, far wing, sweeps over to Moceri. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Moceri to DQ, firing the 3. Off on the front, rebound by Deba. Now Cleveland State's turn. Deba, baseline, goes around, pass almost intercepted, but Stevenson gets there and gets to the paint, scores. Jayshawn Stevenson makes it 74-72. Cleveland State back with the lead. Moceri. Campy with his hands up, like do something. Moceri's pass to DQ is stolen away, rolling to the baseline, and it's out of bounds. And it's Cleveland State ball on the scoring baseline.
Got to get
with
some
a turnover.
type of offensive going down there. We can't go the whole possession without not moving.
It was Moceri holding the ball for the whole possession, tried to get it to DQ, and as soon as he did, Jayshawn Stevenson was there to swipe it away and let it roll all the way to the opposite baseline. So not only a turnover, but it teleported the ball to the other side.
Yeah.
Deba at the top. Deba 6 assists this game with 6 rebounds, leading both categories for Cleveland State. Arnett against Mukeba. Arnett far off the glass. DQ with the rebound, no good. Now to Mukeba. Once again against Arnett. Finds Moceri for 3. Off on the left. Wide open at the top. Rebound secured by Taj Staveski. Chase Robinson, we're under 2 minutes here, 74-72, Cleveland State with the 2-point lead. Deba, right wing to center. Arnett over to Staveski for 3. Off on the left, fighting for the rebound is Arnett and Isaiah Jones, and a jump ball.
Oakland ball. There we go.
Possession belongs to the Golden Grizzlies.
I wanted to hear Kevin say it first. Golden Grizzlies get the ball back with the arrow. 1 minute, 35 seconds left, 74-72, 2-point lead for Cleveland State. It'll be Isaiah Jones to inbound it, rewarding him for fighting for the rebound. Baru against Deba, gets it past half court. 1 minute 30 exact. We're under 90 seconds. Moceri with the play called to Isaiah Jones on the far wing. Guarded closely by Staveski. Now it's back to Baru in that same wing, far wing. Moceri at the top against Stevenson. Woodrich guarded closely by Chase Robinson. Woodrich has got no space. He goes baseline, loses the ball out of bounds, stays with Oakland. 1 minute, 8 seconds to go. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. The pressure is high. Nassim Moceri, a lot on the freshman in the waning moments of this game with much of the ball control responsibilities. Over to Woody for 3. Ooh! Woody!
Oh! Oh my gosh, no!
To infinity and beyond for Woody from 3. He is 6 for 9 today. That gets Oakland the 1-point lead, 75-74. 1 minute, 2 seconds left to go in the game. We'll stay with you here on WXOU Sports.
Oh,
Jason
my
Woodrich.
Goodness.
He becomes the leading scorer for the floor, 20 points, 7 of 10 from the field, 6 of 9 from 3. Wow.
This is such bittersweetness for him. Bittersweetness. Leaving an old team, new team, coming back, dropping 20, 70% from the field. It's just insane right now.
It is incredible what we're seeing from Woodrich.
It's got to be an exciting feeling for him. And in fact, for his entire team, actually. They fought their entire way back into this game. When it seemed like in the early goings, just Cleveland State's defense was just going to swamp Oakland, they found a way.
And take a look at the numbers for Woodrich. His highest points coming into today was 12 against Wright State on December 5th. The most three-pointers made in a single game was 3 when they were at Detroit Mercy. All of those game highs obliterated tonight with 20 points and 6 made threes.
Wow.
20 points for Woodridge, 18 for Mukeba, 14 for Naval Arua. For Cleveland State, 18 for Chase Robinson, 12 for Taj Staveski, and 9 points for Jay-Sean Stevenson are your leading scorers for today. Oakland with a foul to give. They're at 4 right now. Cleveland State with 7 fouls as Oakland leads it by 1. A minute, 6 seconds left for Oakland against the top team in the Horizon League. And we'll try the inbound again.
Get the shot clock on the board.
Oh, that clock drained. That clock went all the way down to 1. Yeah, that ain't right. We're at a minute, 6 seconds. And I want to give a little grace, a little bit of peace to those who are operating the clocks.
For sure.
Whether it's high school, whether it's college, like scoreboard operations are not as simple as they look. It's not a decision to keep things going. Some systems, like if you have to redo the number, you have to scroll all the way back to the number. It's not a number pad, like little things like that. But back to the game here. 1 minute to go, 75-74. Oakland with the 1-point lead. Cleveland State with the ball. Arnett spins on the Horizon League logo. His layup rolls out. Offensive rebound fought for and got by Chase Robinson.
Oh my goodness.
Timeout, Cleveland State.
Cleveland State calls the timeout. Chase Robinson fighting very hard for that rebound. And he was so excited once he got it. This gives Cleveland State now a fresh shot clock and a fresh possession to gain the lead in the final 48.9 seconds left.
It's got to be clean here. It's got to be clean defense all the way.
Oakland worked hard enough to get the initial stop.
For sure.
Of Arnett. Spun to his left on the Horizon League logo with the left hand, rolled just out. Oakland was so close to getting that rebound too. Oakland so far, they are 1 of 5 from their last field goals. They are 1 of 5 from their last 3-point attempts. Cleveland State scoreless in the past 2 minutes, 10 seconds. 1 of 4 from their last 4 field goals taken. So both teams in a bit of a momentary slump in the final high pressure moments of the game. Who is going to crack? Who is going to stand strong? Who will come away victorious? 48 seconds will decide it. And Justin, I would say overtime is not off the table at this point.
It's not, no. But Oakland has got to get a stop here and a great look. On the offensive end.
And you're up by 1, and you don't have to be picky as to what kind you need.
Exactly.
Anything will do.
You're up by 1, but the clock isn't in your favor. Cleveland State with the ball can have a 2-for-1 possession here. You gotta drain this clock down, but the look you get on offense has to be clean here. I think you made a decision on who it was going to be.
It's going to be tough to see. Cleveland State inbounds it to Arnett. It's back to Chase Robinson to Deba.
Come on, y'all.
Deba to Stevenson. His layup is good.
Jay-Sean Stevenson with a basket.
The basket is good. And 1. Nassim Mashur fouled Stevenson as he was going to the hoop.
1 free throw for Jay-Sean Stevenson.
Cleveland State with the 1-point lead off the field goal, 76-75. Stevenson with the free throw. Up and good. Cleveland State up by 2. 41.7 seconds left. A kick in the gut for Oakland, but the game not out of reach yet. They've had clutch moments, last time in the arena against Detroit Mercy. A final play, a three-pointer made by DQ Cole sent the game into overtime, where Oakland would outscore Detroit by 10 by the end of that game. So some more last-second dramatics. Once again here on the blacktop, Isaiah Jones to DQ Cole in the right wing. Over to Mukeba inside, off the glass and in, tie game 77.
You got to get a stop here.
DQ Cole with a great pass, giving Mukeba space to score. 77 each, 23 seconds left. The shot clock is off. Chase Robinson with the ball, and he'll let this be the last shot taken. DQ going for the steal and fouls Deba to stop the clock.
You have to. You have to let the ball on your hands. You can't let them drain the clock.
The sixth team foul.
One more foul.
Team foul.
Out of bounds.
Deba on the far sideline. 13.7 seconds left.
Timeout, Cleveland State.
Man, I was just building up the play. They called timeout.
You got to foul here if you're Oakland, right? 13.7 seconds left. You have to have the ball the last time. You can't let Cleveland State run their offense for the entire 13 seconds. You have to foul. I would foul here. Send him the line for 1-and-1. Hope that he misses. We have one timeout left. Use it, and then we live and die with what our decision is on that.
Especially, I mean, except for the wild case of a three-pointer and one.
Exactly.
No matter what Cleveland State does in this possession, Oakland will have the last chance to score, whether it's a tie or to win the game. It'll be on Oakland's terms if you foul and force Cleveland State to free throws.
And I would even go as far as subbing Malcolm Christie back in the game as well to give you 2 three-point shooters back on the court.
But so far, it'll be Isaiah Jones, DQ Cole, Alan Mukeba, Barune Valarua, and Nassim Mashor as their 5 on the floor for the Golden Grizzlies. With 13.7 seconds left, 77 each. It's a tie game.
Can we get a tech? Oh, my goodness.
Chase Robinson on the far sideline. Back to Deba, final seconds. Guarded by Mashor. 5 on the clock, no fouls here. Stevenson with the ball. Takes the shot, rolling out. We go to overtime.
That's good defense by Mashor.
Nassim Mashor, as we've mentioned, Campy regards him as one of the best on-ball defenders that this Golden Grizzlies squad has.
Goodness.
Did well enough to stop Jay Sean Stevenson from getting the last second shot that would have won the game. And we got another 5 minutes left to go here on WXOU Sports. We will take a break here and get you back to bonus basketball, to overtime here on WXOU Sports. Ooh. Back here on the blacktop, welcome everybody to overtime here on WXOU Sports. 77-77 is your overtime regulation score. Woo. Cleveland State had the last possession. It was Jay Sean Stevenson, guarded heavily by Nassim Mashor. Could not make the last shot. putting the buzzer to 0, putting the clock to 0, sending us to overtime here. It is Dylan Arnett and Ella Mukeba in the middle for the overtime tip. Tip goes Cleveland State's way. Deba. Chase Robinson. At the top, Deba goes in, stops on a dime, passing to nobody.
Oakland ball.
Oakland forcing the error pass to turn it over, back to them. 4:44 on the overtime clock. Isaiah Jones will inbound it to DQ. On the Bear logo. DQ over to Baru inside. Baru floats up, off on the front rim. Mukeba there to rebound, and Woody's wide open for 3. Just rolls out. Man, that looked good coming off his hand, too.
It did. The nice flick of the wrist.
Just swirled out.
Vikings foul.
And it is a Vikings foul.
Number 12, Dylan Arnett. That's his 4th personal.
Dylan Arnett now with 4 fouls. That will send Alan Mukeba to the free throw line. And for the sake of superstitions, I'll tell you what he's been from the free throw line afterwards.
Shooting 1-1.
Although we'll say it's not his first. It's not his first time at the free throw line tonight. And it's good.
All right.
That gives Oakland the lead, 78-77, 4:24 on the overtime clock. DQ and Woody hold back on defense. Isaiah and Baru for a potential rebound. Off on the heel. Cleveland State with the rebound.
All right.
Chase Robinson. Over to Deba in the middle of the Bear logo. Deba, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, leads Cleveland State in both categories. Stevenson back to Deba at the top. Makes Isaiah Jones slip. Over to Arnett in the middle. Shot's no good, rebounded by Baru. DQ gets past his man, Stevenson on his hip. Still 78-77. Oakland with the 1-point lead, less than 4 to go in overtime. To Baru at the top. To DQ in the close sideline, close wing.
Take
Baru, double team. Pass low to Isaiah Jones, able to grab it, stripped, and it stays with Oakland. 5 seconds left on the shot clock.
Ball out of bounds.
Difficult pass by Baru. Low to the shoestrings of Isaiah Jones. He's still able to grab it, but popped out. And here's Woody for 3. Just rattles out again on the inbound. Got Woody in motion to the corner, and another one rattles out. And Stevenson drops the ball on his way up for the layup. But a foul called on Oakland for it.
Oakland foul number 10, DQ Cole.
DQ Cole on the foul.
That's his 3rd personal, the 7th team foul.
DQ's 3rd foul.
Number 4, Jayshawn Stevenson, shooting 2.
Jayshawn Stevenson is 3 of 3 today from the free throw line. And he makes his first one in overtime to tie the game at 78.
All right. 3.5 left.
Three minutes, 27 seconds. Second free throw is good. Cleveland State now with the first overtime lead tonight. Baru handles it against Staveski. Baru finds a lane. Drives
and one!
in.
Come on!
And one! He picked up the ball pretty far away from the basket. I don't know if he was going to be able to drive it
in
the amount of steps, but he sure got there.
Team foul. Shooting 1 time.
That was nice. Nice touch.
That gives Oakland the lead, 80-79, with a free throw coming up for Baru. Off on the front. Still 1-point lead for Oakland, 80-79. Staveski back up to Deba. Deba guarded by Isaiah Jones. Staveski gets the ball back, kicks it to the corner to Stevenson for 3. rolls out. DQ with the rebound. DQ races over under 3 minutes left, 80-79. And Moceri is stripped, and Deba with the foul. He can't believe it. Both hands on the top of his head.
Both teams have had some questionable calls tonight. Both teams.
A little bit.
Sure.
And it's funny that we mentioned that because sitting next to us today here at the arena is a NCAA officiating scout.
Yes.
Trying to get the crews together for the NCAA tournament coming up.
Yeah. I don't know if you should pick any of these though, but that's just
the NCAA does their due diligence. First free throw missed off the front rim for Moceri. Your 5 on the floor: Moceri, Baru, DQ, Isaiah Jones, and Jason Woodrich, your most veteran bunch on the Golden Grizzlies squad. Second free throw up and good. 2-point lead for the Golden Grizzlies, 81-79. Robinson over to Stevenson. Bounce pass, now back to Robinson for 3. Off the front rim, diving in to get his own rebound. He's got it, shot up, no good, and rolling out of bounds. It'll stay with Cleveland State, but a foul on DQ.
Whoa.
Out of bounds, Cleveland State ball.
I believe perhaps I misread the hand signal from the referee. It'll be Cleveland State's ball out of bounds on the scoring baseline. Arnett to get it, now back up to Robinson. Robinson had 3 chances at that one possession. Arnett's wide open, and a block from Moceri, but it still goes in the foul.
Wow. Wow.
Not often do you see a shot so contested that it actually helped the ball go in. And Arnett feeling himself for that one. That ties it at 81 each with 2:23 on the overtime clock. This shot here could give Cleveland State the lead. Shot is up. Shot is off on the heel. Baru with the rebound. And back to Moceri. Now a tie game. 2:15 left to go. No team taking a deciding advantage. Golden Grizzlies move off ball. Moceri with it in the far corner. Over to Woody. Woody's got no space. He retreats out. Looking for a pass. He picked up his dribble to Baru. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Baru spins around. Jumper. Rolls out. Isaiah Jones with the offensive rebound. And he puts it back in. Isaiah Jones showing off the muscle.
Come on.
Oakland calls the timeout. There'll be a full timeout here with 1:46 left to go in overtime. We'll stay with you here on WXOU Sports, and if you like overtime games like this, if you like the Golden Grizzlies dramatics, then please subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow WXOU on all social media platforms and cheer on your Golden Grizzlies no matter where you are. But 83-81 is your overtime score. Oakland with a 2-point lead gotten by Isaiah Jones. Fighting like in a swamp of green jerseys, like right in front of the basket.
He grabbed the rebound with one hand at that, with 3 people around him.
It's incredible. I'm thinking back because I remember when Oakland played Robert Morris, they have Alvaro Folgueras, one of the best players in the league. Plays kind of a similar game to that of Isaiah Jones. They called Folgueras the octopus. And with a one-handed rebound grab like that in the middle of a crowd, kind of an octopus play.
No, but this is just great hustle. You can't teach that.
Oh no, that's what Isaiah Jones is made of.
We saw him. We missed him early on in the season. We saw him play a little bit, at LCA a little bit.
Yeah, that was his first game back coming out of the booth.
But now he looks just like he did last year.
It's like he was never gone, honestly. Like
never.
He's playing with no hindrance, with no holds barred.
Sure.
He leaves it all on the court. And even for a player, like he's described his role on the team as like you would call it the glue guy. You would call it the guy who will do anything for the team to win. He don't get plays called for him, but he gets his rebounds, he gets his assists, like a stat line of 6 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, like anything goes for Isaiah Jones.
And that's what you need. That's what
151
they gave an
was
extra
put
2
on
seconds
the
on the
clock.
clock.
Upon further review, the clock updated to add a couple more seconds to it.
Hey fans, welcome back to the floor. Your
Year 5 on the floor for the Golden Grizzlies. Nassim Mashore comes into the lineup for Jason Woodridge. That makes it Mashore, Isaiah Jones, Mukeba, Baru, and DQ. The 5 on the floor for Cleveland State, Arnett, Deba, Stevenson, Robinson, and Stavesky. 83-81, 151 left to go in overtime here at the arena. No team taking a deciding lead here. And it's a fight to the finish. Deba at the top. Over to Robinson. Foul off ball.
That's fine. Send Deba to the line.
Now the best Deba can do is tie it, giving Oakland another opportunity to regain the lead. Best case scenario, the score stays as is, but the possibilities out here all somewhat favor Oakland. They don't end the game right there.
For sure.
And I'll take Mashore out to put Woodridge back in. Could that have been Mashore going in to give up a foul to keep Woodridge out of foul trouble? Because Woodridge, well, he only has one. And the free throw's no good. The 1-and-1 nullified. Still 83-81. Golden Grizzlies lead in overtime. Isaiah Jones, far wing. To Woody at the top. Guarded closely, back to Isaiah Jones in the far wing. Going baseline, turns around, gives it to Woodridge for three. Almost rolls out. Campy not happy with the referee. 83-81. 1 minute, 5 seconds to go in the game. Arnett bashing into the face of Mukeba. Mukeba not giving it up. Still Oakland with the lead. But Cleveland State gets it back, fighting for it, whips it out for three for Stevenson. Off on the heel, Woodridge with the one-handed rebound. 45 seconds left to go in the game. DQ gets past half court and is fouled. That'll send Oakland's finest free throw shooter to the line.
Vikings foul on number 4, Jayshawn Stevenson. His third personal.
DQ Cole, 81.6% from the free throw line.
2 shots.
If you're going to foul, if you're going to ask to be fouled, you want it to be on DQ if you're Oakland. That's a good way to put it.
Oh.
And it rattles out.
It's all right.
That wasn't my fault. Right? That wasn't me, right?
No, that wasn't you. That wasn't you. The ball, it was a little slippery.
That's okay. 83-81 remains the score. 43 seconds left. One more free throw coming up for DQ. Shot is up. Shot is good for DQ. 3-point lead for the Golden Grizzlies with 43 seconds left. Robinson with the ball with speed. Brings it all the way. Inside fadeaway jumper rolls out. Mukeba fights for the rebound. He got it. 2-second difference on the shot clock. DQ fouled once again. With a 3-point lead, DQ's got free throws coming up.
Number 6, Ibrahim Deba. That's his second personal.
Reviewing the numbers, we got 5 Golden Grizzlies in double digits. Isaiah Jones with 10, DQ Cole with 13, Baru with 16, Woodridge with 20, and Mukeba with 22. DQ's free throw is up and good. Multi-possession lead for the Golden Grizzlies. 4-point lead.
For DQ.
Shot is up. Shot is good. 5-point lead for the Golden Grizzlies. A full shot clock left to go. 30.7 seconds left.
Ooh, this has been a good one tonight.
This one, from the way the game started, Justin, let's go back in time a little bit.
For sure.
Oakland couldn't do anything on offense. The smothering defense of the Cleveland State Vikings was impenetrable. The big buys that they had with slowing down the initial attack. Oakland's always going to go to the big guys, at least to start with. And that forced Oakland to shift gears. And where did that gear was shifted to was Jason Woodridge, who was 4 of 4 from 3 to start. And that forced Cleveland State to kind of ease off on it, respect the deep shot, and that started to open things up for Oakland. Then they started to wake up.
Yeah, it was rough. Like the first 5 minutes, 6 minutes of the game was rough. Oakland couldn't buy a basket if they wanted to. The lid was so small, you had to get like one of those like arcade basketballs to see if you could buy a shot, right?
Yeah, the lid was firmly on the jar.
Yeah, it was just smothering defense. What's up, Grizz? So
Grizz walking past us.
So but to see them evolve the way they did throughout the game, how you said, with Campy, I'm sure he knew what the game plan was coming in.
Yeah.
Everybody here, even the fans and us included, we were like, what's going to happen?
Yeah.
We need something to change. But when Woodridge got going, Cole got going, Christie got going a little bit, then that opened the door for Mukeba and everybody else in Cole to just thrive. And they took advantage of that.
But still, credit to Cleveland State. I mean, they have played
for sure
from start to finish. They have played like the best team in the league.
Yeah.
They didn't give up a whole lot. The largest deficit that Cleveland State was in was 7 points, and they were able to make this a back and forth game.
Yeah, I mean, the way they played today is you have to give them credit where credit's due on where they're placed in the horizon and how they came out and played tonight.
Yeah, no matter where, no matter what seed they end up in the Horizon League, whether it's a regular season championship or one of the top 4 spots,
yeah,
they're going to make a deep run in the Horizon League tournament. 30 seconds left with speed. Stavesky for Cleveland State brings the ball up. Now to Stevenson, driving in, up and in.
Stevenson.
And I'll bring it back to DQ, who gets fouled. And rinse and repeat. 22.7 seconds left.
Vikings foul number 22,
Oakland with a 3-point lead now after giving up the field goal. It'll be Taj's foul on Chase Robinson, his 3rd personal foul. Free throw's good for DQ Cole.
One more for DQ.
Up and good. 5-point lead for the Golden Grizzlies, 88-83. Under 20 to go. 3-pointer off on the heel. Stevenson taking a deep 3. And DQ calls for the crowd as he is sent back to the free throw line. This will be his 9th and 10th free throws today. And the first one's good.
One more for DQ.
Shot is up. Shot is good for DQ. That's a 7-point lead with 13 seconds left. Firing the last second 3. No good. They'll try it again. And landing it. Stavesky making his 3-pointer. And a foul with 0.2 seconds left. Come on. I hope you people at home can hear the boos here. 0.2 seconds left. Like that's uncalled for. But either way, Isaiah Jones will shoot 2 free throws. Shot is up. Shot rolls out. Not sure what Cleveland State is planning to do in the 0.2 seconds that they get back.
Yeah, it's not even enough time to get a shot off, so.
Second shot is up and good. Jason Woodridge in tears after a phenomenal game. 20 points, 6 of 12 from deep. He started 4 of 4 on senior day. The former Cleveland State Viking in an emotional whirlwind as Oakland comes away for this game with an overtime win over the #1 team in the Horizon League. And on top of that, your Golden Grizzly head coach in his 41st season with the Golden Grizzlies has become the all-time leader in wins in the Horizon League. 132 wins in league play for Greg Campy.
Amazing. An amazing run for Greg, for Coach. He's a phenomenal coach. The schemes that he comes up with, his slight cockiness that he shows, but like it's kind of subtle. It's none. I mean,
what can you say? What can you say about Coach?
Yeah, he's a great guy. See him around campus a lot. You know, he's great to interact with. Great with the kids. Great with the fans.
Great with us in the media. Yeah, we'll selfishly say yes.
Yeah, he's just a phenomenal person.
And can't say enough good about the Golden Grizzly head coach. As that will wrap up our game here in overtime on senior day. 91-86 over the Cleveland State Vikings. Your Golden Grizzlies improved to 10-8 in Horizon League play. We thank you guys for joining us here on WXOU Sports. Be sure to subscribe here on YouTube for more broadcasts just like these as we follow the Golden Grizzlies all season long. My name is Giovanni Moceri alongside Justin Sheppeard. The Senior Day festivities are beginning, and we will see you around next time here on WXOU Sports.
Bye, guys.